This is how you tell them, not with your words, with your release. What's possible. This will touch their deepest unconscious beliefs. It may draw more fear before the dam breaks. This is not your concern. You have big places to go. You are here to show, to be the conduit of the knowledge. They are ready, even the ones who resist. Words do not play. It is high stakes. We have to hit the gas for the avalanche of boundless light. Welcome to the Raw and Wild Hearts, a place where the raw, the unfiltered, the wild hearts gather to celebrate triumphs and hardships, learn from each other, grow together, and break down a culture rooted in fear. We will talk, we will laugh, and we will lean on each other about everyday life experiences that we could all use a little support through, and then we'll bask in the wild, magical beings that we are. My philosophy is that by embracing the dark, we may just let in the light. I am your host, Lori Rising, healer, educator, writer, adventurer, retreat leader, birth defender, and animal enthusiast and activist, along with my wild heart sidekick Kitty, Jesus the Brave. We'd like to invite you to get excited about the Wild Heart Revolution. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. It's called Pleiadians Make Contact. Yes, this is a trust fall for me because I am sharing a personal journey that I have been on in my deep alignment, which translates to my ascension in higher dimensions and my connection to all life, including all life on this planet and beyond. Yes, so where do I start? Basically, I have been nurturing a relationship and connection with the Pleiadians and my guides and ancestors and angels and higher self, if you really want to look at it, with my cosmic support team is what it comes down to. Throughout my lives as a healer, a starseed, an indigo child, however you want to label it, I'm pretty sure you get the gist of what I'm saying, as I have continued to come in higher evolution on my spiritual path and journey. But I've got to say that it has ramped up with these huge planetary shifts and cosmic unfoldings that we've been in the last couple of years. And honestly, when we went through that major transition of the pandemic, all of us shifted in some way. Which way we shifted really comes down to the deep subconscious and unconscious belief systems that run in our soul. So for me, I have always known about our divinity. I've always been on the spiritual path. It has always been my North Star, even amidst the Matrix narrative that runs so deeply in our culture and in our cells. So we really had an opportunity to unravel, unearth, really excavate the shadow that maybe didn't want to come up, because we had done so much work up until a certain point, and then living in a culture that is so restrictive, so resistance filled, it's like, I think a lot of us found a way in that. And the opportunities that have come with the veil getting thinner, with the astrological fluctuations and energies that are shifting things at such a core level, like the Age of Aquarius coming on. If you are tuning in, tapping into the vortex at any level, you feel the sovereignty rising up within you, asking you for more, letting you know how much more there is. The infinite light within us is shining, and it is our job to integrate our physical body and experience with that light that is coming back online. Our cells are remembering They are activating with nature, with the planets, with energy, with vibration, with frequency, right? And so for me, in that shift, it was an opportunity to actually stop the hustle and grind for long enough to listen at a deeper, deep level. And in that place where the matrix noise got turned down quickly, it allowed the life force energy to come online and be heard in a way that it never could before, because we were so focused or distracted and, quite honestly, busy in this culture, because that has been the dominant narrative where we have had to survive in order to create a certain level of physical life with people dominating in power and greed and imbalance. So if you have been in my retreats, in my ceremonies, in my courses, you know I've been talking about my job, quote unquote job, I'm going to quote that, is to deepen my alignment, which basically means release the fear frequency that continues to build every day with the conditioning and programming of the messages of the matrix and the control and fear and scarcity. I mean, you know, I could keep going on. But to release a fear frequency at such a level that I automatically clear that channel to intelligent life, to my ancestors, to my angels, to my cosmic support guide, to my highest self, who, by the way, is always sending us messages in our highest good. But when we're on a linear path filled with control, we don't feel the messages, we don't hear the messages, we don't tap into the body consciousness where the messages appear. They don't come through our learning in books. They don't come through our systems. They don't come through our linear thoughts and language. They might come in through our mind thought. And that's where I help people decipher and get clear about what are the messages, the intuitive hits, the guidance system that you came in with that taps you in to the life force energy and those guides all around you, over the monkey mind, the thinking brain, the fear language that continually loops in our thoughts because it thinks that it's keeping us safe, in control. But really, it's creating a very long unfolding journey to get to what is in our highest and best good, to get to magnetization in our life, to get to manifestation. It creates a resistance and an efforting that we were never made to play out as the beautiful, infinite light beings, the soul that we are with this physical experience. Okay, so basically this episode is my coming out debut with the Pleiadians. It's so funny when I say that because I'm basically doing a big trust fall here, releasing this to the world. And I asked them, I don't know if you could say a little doubt, a little hesitation, but I also know that this has been my job. This is where I'm going because I know that in this connection with intelligent life, as the veil thins more for me, as my alignment grows, that my life is only going to be in full joy, balance, fulfillment, ease, and honestly, the stuff of my dreams, because the manifestation will be automatic as I hear the messages so clearly, as I become the most open channel I can possibly be for beautiful star beings and intelligent life that want to help us and guide us in our ascension and our alignment and our joy in the human condition to help us make massive change, deep shifts on quantum levels so that we get to live from balance and love. We get to live not from trauma and pain and wounding that just continually perpetuates through our cells, through the fear and greed and scarcity and sensationalism narrative of selling and capitalism and power and ultimately control. Because y'all, I have been intentionally practicing a life of flow and ease and trust and magnetization while releasing the bullshit constructs of time and scarcity, even the belief system that I had acquired around money. So right now, I'm just kind of feeling into what else I want to reveal before we get down to their message that they're sharing with us through me, as well as their language. I guess what I want to say is, so every astral event has been a deeper ascension and activation for us personally. If we're tapping in, if we're doing our work, you can kind of caveat everything I say with that. Because if you're not doing your work every day, which means you're not being intentional in your alignment, then the matrix and the programming and conditioning around you is creating your reality in whatever that means. And for a lot of humans, that means continuing to run in a place of trauma, in a place of wounding, deep karma, difficulty in relationships, not having trust in the world, in the benevolence of this earth and planet and universe, not being connected to our source energy and the God within us that is our conduit to the God all around in the universe. So yeah, always keep that in mind. That's the caveat if you're doing your work. And if you're doing your work, you're feeling the deep shifts with every astral event. This last one was the galactic Earth rebirth. That's the message that I had gotten around it. And it was the summer solstice Stargate Portal. And so in the event that I had, there was such a deep, beautiful revelation and connection with our starlight energy, basically with the stars that we were before we came in to human form, as we chose this journey and this unfolding in this timeline. And as it turns out, that Stargate activation took me even further into clarity in my connection with my astral support team, with the Pleiadians, with intelligent life, because y'all, they came in so much louder and deeper like the next night. So I want you to know that this is possible on every level for you, even if it looks different, even if it's not the same relationship or star family or channeling that I'm doing, and that it unfolds in a divine way and comes as you're ready, as you create space and shift the deep belief system. So really, I think the biggest message in this podcast today is, what do you believe at your core? Subconsciously, unconsciously, not just consciously. And that is part of the work, to go past the conditioned mind, the thinking mind, the developed mind, and get deeply into the soul's knowing. Okay, so here we go. As they appeared the other night, they came in a new way, and I decided that I was going to try to record because I could feel the power. I could feel the clarity, and it was unlike any of my other interactions with them. So I grabbed my phone and I hit record, not knowing if it would continue, which means the light language that they were speaking through me. And it did. Not only did it continue, it ramped the heck up. I was like, whoa, I felt like I was on an amusement ride. So I just want to say that when I'm speaking this light language, it feels so good. It feels so natural. It just unfolds with ease. And the only times that it shifts is when I bring my linear thought process in. And when I can let that go and turn it off, which I have over 20 years in this lifetime of experience doing that as a cellular unwinding myofascial release practitioner, which is what I share in my retreats and my digital course. So I do have a great history of being able to turn off channel 3, which is the matrix, and turn on channel 5, which is the subconscious, unconscious body, the soul self, the light body, So I only wish that I could translate the feeling that happens as this music moves through me. That's the best way that I can describe it. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So this time, y'all, they got a lot to say because it just kept going and going. I actually stopped it because it's something that my physical body is not used to yet. And I had to keep taking breaths, and it was almost like a workout. But like the workout in the best light body, light activation sense you could ever imagine. And afterwards, I chatted with them. I asked them if I could share it with a good friend of mine who is very well versed in higher dimensional living. And then I almost sheepishly asked them if I should share it with y'all. I think I was nervous for them to say yes. I expected my linear mind, my thought mind, expected them to say no, as if it was just something special between them and I. That part was wrong, which our linear control minds tend to be wrong a lot of the time. I'm just going to say it. And they wanted me to share it with you. And of course, I think the biggest piece of me was like, what if people don't understand? What if people get scared because they haven't, moved into this level of alignment within themselves, or even this ability to release the fear frequency and be open to something so different, so new, so almost foreign to what they've known in their life, because I just didn't want anyone to leave my nest who could still use my medicine to create transformation in their lives, even if they're not quite ready to know me as a Pleiadian channel or know me as a light language speaker. But here we are. This is manifestation. This is my highest timeline that I have been holding while allowing the journey to unfold divinely. Okay, so without further ado, here is the message that they shared with me after the light language communication. They said, this was after I asked them if I should share it with the masses, is how I said it. And this is what they said to me. This is how you tell them, not with your words, with your release, what's possible. This will touch their deepest unconscious beliefs. It may draw more fear before the dam breaks. This is not your concern. You have big places to go. You are here to show, to be the conduit of the knowledge. They are ready, even the ones who resist. Words do not play. It is high stakes. We have to hit the gas for the avalanche of boundless light. You are protected. We have told them through your cards. A spark has lit. More are to come. You continue to nurture the leaps. You have unlocked more. You relaxed and flowed. You held no resistance of the mind. The stars are singing. This star activation was beyond. And we hear more. We come more. You all are doing it. You are perfectly in perfect time. We are here to help as they drive you toward fear. You are stronger. Their foundation crumbles. They know. You all have the biggest magic. One never like the other. All in synergy. You have it. The verge is near. This is why we said yes to the device. The way, the transmission. You were surprised, we are not. This has been our journey, our path, our divine for us. They are on the verge, the trust, the leap, the never go back, safety, safety. You share the safe way, not instant. You know, and now it all comes forth. And trust. You trust how they wind, spiral. They will come around strong. Trust, friend. We love you. All we love. In time, all will know. So, yes, that was their share. And now I am going to play their light language for you. And as you feel into what you hear. Be with the energy of it. It's like soften your gaze. I want you to soften your mind into what comes through for you, from them, through me. And lastly, I just want you to know that I so appreciate you being here. Of course, I hope that you stay, and I hope that you feel the power of what's possible through this channel, through this language, through my vulnerability and my courage to share it with you. And I was also given the message that this is where I offer a free mastermind course for you called Clear Your Channel. So I would love to see you there. And I'm going to talk further in that course about what I've done specifically to nurture this connection and release the fear frequency out of my life to get clarity with the higher realms and higher dimensions. Let your divine curious friends know all about it. This is our time, y'all. As they said, we're on the verge. And as we can tell, people in power are grasping at straws. And this is our time to rebuild systems and decide where our sovereignty and power really does lie. With the help of all those in the astral and cosmic realm, we can live in this physicality from our infinite light in the frequency of love and balance and benevolence. I know it. I truly, truly believe it. And if you're new here, I mean, I kind of want to say welcome by fire. You know what I mean? Please do go back through the library of episodes. I have amazing guests to actually help you go on your ascension journey. Maybe not so hardcore as this episode's going to, but in the ways that are meant for you. So feel into the path through my offerings. I also have meditation downloads. I have a digital course. I have some amazing retreats coming up very soon. One very advanced retreat in Mexico where if you want to clear your channel, ooh, that is going to be it, y'all. So jump on my YouTube channel at Lori Rising or at The Raw and Wild Hearts. Come on over to Instagram, hit me up. Let me know if you have any questions about my offerings. I do offer personal readings as well. And I have lots of free activations out there for you to begin with if that's your jam. So y'all, let's do this. I hope that by me sharing this very special connection that I get to be a part of with the Pleiadians brings your cells online in a way that they haven't experienced yet. I hope that it gives you excitement and hope for where we're going, how unbelievably magical and powerful we are as infinite light beings having a human experience, albeit intense, but also divine. So I trust the Pleiadians. I trust my guides. I trust this relationship. And I believe that this will bring up something very beautiful for you. Enjoy. Thank you for the trust. I'm open for a full translation. And with that, let's normalize the struggles, celebrate the quirks,
and lean into the light. From myself and Beezus the Brave, happy Wild Heart Revolution, friends.